So honestly, it was a great event, even though it was only like 24 hours. I highly recommend you guys go to events like this, even though they're out of town, they're a couple hours away, because this was an event that was like less than 100 people. So a lot of the speakers and panelists were people that are leading people in our industry, whether they're in loans or they're in real estate selling like us. But one of the things that I really loved is that they all kept saying the same message of like, just show up. Even if you think you suck on video, like just get it done. Because a lot of them that we see and follow, like Neil Holmes and stuff, he was there. He was talking about like, dude, my videos in the beginning were not the best. He showed his original one. You're like, damn. And he's like, but you just keep going, you keep progressing. And one of my favorite things too that I really liked was that they basically said, pay attention to your engagement. So if your Instagram right now is not in a creator mode to where you can see your analytics, change it to that and start tracking the type of content that you're posting, especially because you'll see where you're keeping your followers engaged because those are your consumers. I've even noticed it with my own content is I'll watch the video, I'll look at the insights and I'll count, okay, cool, this is where I'm losing people. I'm losing people in the intro of my property tours because I'm talking too much about the property rather than just showing them and letting them see it themselves. I'm telling them the whole property characteristics, and by the time the tour starts, they're already lost. So another thing that I learned too is even if people aren't liking it, just pay attention more so to the views because more people are watching you than you actually think. Like Cal Tattoos, he never likes any of my Instagram posts, but I saw him in person and he was like, bro, I literally have been watching all of your content. Like it's been leveling up. You're doing great. So even though people aren't liking or commenting it, know that people are still watching. I'm even seeing it with my own seller and buyer leads. Like some of them don't even like any of my stuff, but they contact me and say, hey, I love the information that you're putting out. And then also another thing that they said to do is switch up your content. Don't make it all about just real estate. Make it personal too, because a lot of the creators were talking about that most of their content that hits and that gets them clients is their personal stories. Like Taya DeCarlo, she's a great person to follow. She was talking about like she got like a $5 million listing from posting about uh, going through the pits when her and her husband were getting a divorce and that her business was tanking. And she said she was being very vulnerable in a post. Obviously, there's a fine line between oversharing. So of course, be like feel comfortable sharing with what you feel comfortable with without airing your dirty laundry, but be vulnerable and let people know who you are. If you're a parent, you're going through something in life because a lot of them shared that their most viewed and engaged posts were actually not even real estate. It was just them showing up as a human and being personable and showing who they really are and not being a salesperson. And then also there was one more that I thought was really great. I was going to share with you. Uh, Shucks. But yeah, honestly, just keep showing up. And honestly, even if you don't feel like your video is your thing, just know don't be a secret agent and like let people know what you're doing. Even if you're just like documenting your day to day. If you're a brand new agent, get your ass on social media, document as you learn. People are going to see that and they're going to grow with you too. So yeah, that's George's TED Talk.